Welcome to another episode of Let's Chat With. Joining me is online content creator Frankie Drury. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. For those who don't know, what is an online content creator?
An online content creator is someone who creates videos, sound bites, edits videos, and posts them publicly for people to view and enjoy, typically with certain themes and content in mind.
What kind of content do you create?
I'm very interested in voice acting. Personally, I have a lot of kid-like voices, cartoon-like voices I make, so I do a lot of reenacting things children say, if you will.
Why did you decide to make that kind of content?
It's something I've always done. It's always made people laugh growing up. As I've gotten older, it's just something I really wanted to share with everyone, and people seem to be enjoying it very well.
You're mostly known for doing a kid voice that goes by the name of Piper. Where did that voice come from? Is she based on anyone you know? Does she represent you in any way?
Yes. So I like to refer to her as my inner child, if you will. She's a little sassy and a little wild, very unfiltered sometimes. Originally inspired just by me as a kid. She came forth when I was really young. I had gotten sick and I sounded funny. And as I got older, I wanted to recreate that. It's hard to explain there. She was originally named by my friend Billy Rubino. So she's just been someone that's been created and growing with me along the way.
In one of your videos while being Piper, you asked people nicely if they would like you because you're a delight and host wonderful tea parties. You also told them that you make great cookies and would love them. Why post a video like that?
Mostly because I think I'm a delight. I want to engage with people and I want people to smile. I want people to go around saying I'm a delight until they believe it themselves like I do. And I think I make great cookies. I'd like to host tea parties for everybody.
Also, did you get to have any tea parties with anyone live online?
Not yet. I did have a short live where we had a half a cup of tea. I accidentally burnt my finger. It was a mess from there on out. I'm planning some soon.
You had to do some clarifying in one of your videos. You had to tell people that you're not Maisie Williams or her character from Game of Thrones, Arya Stark. Why did that happen?
I at minimum once a day, I get the comment that I look like Maisie Williams on my videos in person. I think it's the eyebrows. Honestly, I just get it so often.
Because of the Maisie Williams incident, have you started watching Game of Thrones?
Surprisingly, I have not. Honestly, I think it's time-wise. I want to commit the time to it if I'm going to appreciate Maisie Williams.
Now, you had one of your accounts on TikTok taken down. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was really, unfortunately, very sudden. I didn't really get any warnings on it. I had a couple community guideline violations on TikTok, but they were reinstated because I had not violated. It just happened very randomly one day, and I didn't get much of an answer, unfortunately.
How did you feel about that when you first heard that?
Honestly, I was devastated. Building that community there and the platform that I had, it was really important to me. I had built a lot of social connections and some mutuals that still, even to this day, I haven't been able to reconnect with on the mutual basis. It was very devastating, but we keep going, we get up, and we get over the bumps.
Did you get that account back?
Unfortunately not. It was banned for beyond the 30-day requirement that TikTok allows. I did get a response that they would reinstate my account, but unfortunately, by the time I even tried to log in, it was too late. I did get to reclaim my username, but not the account, unfortunately.
In another video, you said your life is playing the Irish jig on your nerves. At the time of that video's posting, was that true?
Absolutely. I literally, that was the first thought that went through my head, and I wanted to post it. I was like, I am stressed.
Has trying to create content and posting all the time caused any mental problems or emotional health problems?
Honestly, sometimes it can cause a little bit of strain. Like sometimes I feel like I do have an obligation to keep interacting with an audience. But most of the time when even when I'm stressed, I do get, told by my supporters, you're okay, take a break. So honestly, it's a very relaxed community that doesn't make me feel too pressured, but sometimes my own brain makes me feel obligations, but not very often.
And speaking of your community, you have reached over 200,000 followers and over 2 million likes on TikTok. What was it like when you saw that?
Very, very not something I would ever expect could happen for me. I've never felt very cool or to have enough people that want to continue to watch my videos. So it's a very humbling thing, and it just makes me feel like I'm finally one of the cool kids.
When starting out, did you ever think you would hit those numbers?
No, not even in a million years, honestly.
What was going through your mind when you saw that Disney Channel megastar Symone started following you?
Really incredible. It actually makes me want to cry just because growing up watching her, I always loved her. She was always so silly. She's always herself. and just an icon. So when she had followed me and actually had sent a personal message, it was definitely something I'd never thought could happen for someone like me. It was very cool to be able to connect with her. It was neat.
Now that you have some merchandise coming out in the future, can you tell me about that, or is that a secret?
No, you can know. I don't have a whole lot coming out. I am actually making some pieces inspired by some people in my life that I think some customers would like to buy my merchandise. They're going to be really silly, very like emotional targeted because I'm always being very silly. I'm saying, hey, bestie, you got this. And I always tell people I am an emotional person. So some of the hoodies might say, I probably cried today. And on the back, it'll say, it's okay though. It'll have mushrooms, some frogs, and some inspired by some creators. Those are a little secret.
What was it like when you heard someone else use one of your sounds in their video for the first time?
It was so cool. I remember it was actually a woman named Blondie4 on TikTok. I can't quite remember the rest there, but she used one of my sounds and it was so neat. It was a little weird to see someone else using my voice on their face, but it was so cool.
You did your kid Voicepiper on Cameo. What made you decide to do that?
So I did get a lot of requests as I started to grow online on TikTok. If I could make sound bites for people, could you make my ringtone? Could you make my alarm? And as I was growing, I was asking people, what can I get on so that I can complete big projects for multiple people instead of just having it go through my email and not being able to, missing messages. I just needed organization. So I kind of did some research. I found out Cameo. I got denied the first time I had applied, but by the second time, I think that I had impressed them enough that I was able to get on. It was really cool.
Will Piper ever get a friend to join her in her TikTok videos besides yourself?
Absolutely. I am actually connecting with a couple creators. Those are a secret, and a couple of local friends that have their own little voices that we are going to be making some more toddler content as a playlist on my series, where it'll be a bunch of toddler series and things that happen with kids as you grow up. It'll be a fun time.
So besides the toddler stuff and the merchandise, what else will be coming out?
So I have actually been working with a company in New Zealand. I did a episode with them. They are referred to as Muck Putty. I cannot name the episode right now as it is still in production, but I am working with them on an episode for a YouTube video they do in New Zealand. And I am the voice of Spot by Diane Alber, which is a interactive and educational little emotional animation that students, teachers, mothers, fathers use to help their kids learn and grow and how to deal with their emotions.
Do you hope to do this voice acting on a regular basis?
Absolutely. I hope to do it for the rest of my life and for a career.
Finally, for those who don't know, where can people find more about you online? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Absolutely. So Instagram and TikTok are the same username. I'm under Dank Frank Drury. The last name is a little hard to spell. Drury. Those are my main connections. I'm working on a Facebook page at this time, which I will release in my link tree on TikTok.
Well, thank you, Frankie, for joining me on this episode of Let's Chat With.
Thank you so much for having me.